All right, guys, really quick video today. So I was just at TwitchCon all weekend. If you can tell, my voice is shot. That means I had a great time. Lots of good nights to be had, lots of good conversations, good times, good fun. There's probably a couple of clips of karaoke, me floating around. Summer's out there. It was a good time. So we are now in San Francisco for a couple days because Jen's brother just moved here for work. So we're just kind of exploring the city a little bit before I head back to the bustle and grind. But I realized I was a video short for when we're traveling back. I don't get home until, I think by the time this video is coming out, I'm still traveling above the air back to Canada. So I just kind of wanted to talk a little bit about one of the things that happened this weekend. And it's like, I feel like it is getting blown out of proportion a little bit more than it should be in some ways, but I still just kind of wanted to offer in my thoughts because, you know, I am a streamer. I was at the event. Let's get to it. So when I was sitting waiting for the Kevin Smith panel, which was amazing, Kevin Smith did a talk. I didn't get a chance to meet him, which really sucked. I brought his book. I wanted him to sign it and everything. And I almost had like an entire vlog day around potentially meeting him. It didn't happen, so I don't know what's going to happen with any of the footage from this weekend beyond that. But while we were waiting, a clip started popping up of this guy named Dust, who he's about the same size as I am on Twitch. He probably gets more viewers because he does like a lot of speed runs and stuff, and obviously now because of the drama surrounding him, he's definitely getting quite a few viewers. But I'm gonna play the clip right now.
When I look for streamers that I want to relate to them. I want them to be witty. I want them to be cool. I want them to have that unique aspect that all of us strive to have. But I need there to be a little bit of a relationship because I don't want to talk to a fucking wall.
Okay, but well, part of the thing for me is I specifically don't want my viewers to have any kind of relationship with me.
Fair.
So like that's like it kind of works out, right?
Yeah.
I'm kind of like I'm hitting my goal, but
No, you totally are.
And as weird as that sounds, and it's like. It's kind of like low-key, like God complex kind of thing, don't feel like many of my viewers should relate themselves to me because, and this is like super like kind of like kind of weird, is like I do think of myself as better than, or not better, but like bigger.
This is going sideways.
There's no good way to say this. I think of myself as like above the average person, so I don't feel like many people could relate to me. As like bad as that sounds, I know.
So yeah, there's a lot of people obviously kind of freaking out about that. A lot of people immediately jumping on being like, you know, like not even Ninja would say that kind of stuff about his fans. Not even like the biggest streamers out there would say that kind of stuff. And he, like in my opinion, he at least does a really good job saying that, yeah, it's a God complex kind of thing. Like this guy seems to at least acknowledge that he's a shitty person. And it's his viewers' choice whether or not they want to watch him after he says that kind of stuff or not. Now, there's a couple things I kind of want to like get out there. So for one, you are not better than anybody that watches your streams. Yes, if we started lining everybody up in a row, there are people that watch my stream that are probably like pretty rude, maybe bad people that I don't even know that are around in the community that just lurk, that, you know, have done terrible things and I'll have no way of knowing it. But guaranteed there are just as many people who watch my streams that are significantly better people than I am, that are way better than I am. And like there's no way that you can empirically rank that. Like obviously some communities do just have more toxic viewers than other people, but that's pretty much the same thing. When you're doing speed runs, you do tend to get more people that are just lurking in the chat because when you're trying to speed run, I don't know how much time you actually have to sit and talk to your chat while it's going on. And I do think it's more of a community where people just kind of watch what's happening. It's like there's these massive World of Warcraft streamers that never say anything. I don't even think they have microphones sometimes, and they have like thousands, sometimes hundreds of thousands of people just watching them play World of Warcraft, not interacting, not doing anything. Like the reason why people watch streams is all around the board. So me personally, when I stream, my main focus is the community, is talking to people. I always say that the game is incidental. The game is basically just the backdrop for whatever I'm yelling about on any particular day, and then the conversations that I have with the chat. That's just how I run my stream. I'm not particularly great at video games, so I compensate in other areas, and I like the entertainment and conversation aspect of streaming. But not everybody's gonna be that way, and this was a very shitty way to put it. It's a very shitty way to put it. And I can totally understand why people are like very upset about it because yeah, it is basically just saying like, I think I'm better than the people that are giving me their time, their money, their subs. I don't think he's a partner. He might get to partnership because of this though. Like this kind of stuff is gonna drive a lot of attention towards him and his channel. And honestly, he's already gone up. He was still around like a 10K area when I first looked him up, and he's already at 11,000 followers on Twitch right now. So this is actually like, getting him viewers. And you know, you have a lot of people that are like, oh, you know, like I went to your stream and now I realize that you're not a dick. But yeah, like people can have really poor opinions that they put out there, but then like they can still be fun, entertaining people to watch. I'm sure there's tons of celebrities that are total assholes, that are miserable to work with. Like apparently Bruce Willis is a nightmare to work with, and like people for the most part love his movies or have loved his movies over the years. It's just a thing. Like how many times do you hear stories about celebrities that you love and are funny in movies that like systematically everybody says they're terrible? It's to the point that it's surprising when you hear the other side of it. Like when you hear things like, oh, Kevin Smith's actually a super nice guy in real life, or like Samuel L. Jackson's actually a really cool guy when you meet him. Like unfortunately, you being a good person does not correlate with how successful you're going to be in life. And while it was definitely stupid of him to say it, I would rather somebody be honest about it. Because think of all the entertainers, the streamers, the YouTubers out there that do truly 100% believe that they are better than you, smarter than you, and knowingly manipulate a lot of their fans and love it. Like Jake Paul manipulating his younger viewers and knowing full well that he's marketing to other people how to market to children. That is something you cannot argue. He knows what he's doing, and he tries to sell that knowledge to other people. He tries to sell that manipulation to other people so they can do the same things he does. But he lies about it consistently, saying that he thinks his fans are smarter than that. No, he doesn't. He knows they're kids. He knows they're going to do stupid things because he tells them to. Like, I would rather someone like this be honest and put it out there so that you and I can decide whether or not they want to give them the time of day or not. I value that honesty. As stupid as it is and as bad as what he said was, I value the honesty that he put it out there. And now, unfortunately, he's turning it into his shtick. It's like, hey, if I like you, you're an above average person like I am, or something like that. But at least he was honest about it, and at least he's just not one of those people who pretends to think that everybody's on the same playing field, but then actually harbors that belief inside that they are better than all the people that watch them and do knowingly go out of their way to manipulate them in those ways. So like that's my opinion on the matter. I was gonna try to get some like live reactions to people at TwitchCon, because a lot of people were really upset the first day. So sub perks, it says you can use my emotes, you can talk in sub only chat. That's it. No sub games, no sub Discord, no movie nights. Honestly, you can just leave it at that. Some people don't like doing stuff like that with fans. I know I occasionally have a really hard time playing with viewers because I do try to do such a good job talking to the chat that like having other people playing with me kind of gets really hard sometimes. But then he like goes on and adds, I don't want to play games with you. I don't want to hang out with you on Discord. Leave me alone. Yeah, overall, I think it was just like the attitude. I think people were just really upset with the attitude that he was putting out there. And yeah, it's shitty. And I think that even though he wants to say like a minute doesn't define him as a person, that's clearly a belief he has. So that's a belief going forward that you would have to decide if you wanted to like mess with as a viewer. Do you want to be in that kind of community? Do you care or not? Do you just want to watch somebody who's good at doing speed runs? It looks like he's been playing some Blackout lately or Black Ops. So like, is that something you want to be a part of? And at least you put it out there so that you can know. So it doesn't turn into one of these things where he's pretending to be like a martyr and a great person, but then he's actually just shitty behind the scenes. So while I do think what he said is stupid and shitty, at least he was honest about it. That's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, beyond that, I thought TwitchCon was a great time. I think that overall, a lot of these stream communities are great places. And I think that one of the most beautiful things about a stream is that it's really hard to be fake there. So, you see the people that are really big on YouTube that just have to put on a show for like certain sections of a YouTube video, and then they could just default back to being however they're being at a base rate. Like on stream, you can't be pretending for like, 3, 4, 8, 12 hours. Like eventually you're just gonna get that person a little bit more at their natural base rate self. So it's hard to fake, and that's what I do really appreciate about it. And, this guy is just one of the many people that probably harbors these kinds of beliefs. So it's like, basically, it's up to you as the viewer, find who you want to mess with, and support them. So that's going to do it for today's video. Thank you all so much for watching. Have a fantastic day, and we'll catch you all later.